my interpretation of placing people and things, not just people, on a pedestal, and my interpretation of it, and my experience of it as well. So when you're manifesting, this is a topic that you do have to sort of toy with and work with, because it's all part of it. And you can put anything on a pedestal, because we usually use it in terms of placing someone on a pedestal, but you can place anything on the pedestal. For example, I had to realise this with regards to nutritious lives, because even when choosing my career and going with my passion, because you want it, you desire it, I placed it on a pedestal. And it was me coming from a bit of a chasing energy, because I'd placed nutritious lives really high on this pedestal, because I want my company to succeed, obviously. But I think to highlight how we do this with people, I'm just going to do it with as SP and romantic love, and it because it consolidates in your brain a little bit better, explained this way. So, right, with the pedestal, when I've explained to you previously how I was married, and nearly 3 years ago now, me and my ex-husband split up, and then I met somebody else and fell in love with them, and what I realised with regards to the pedestal is I'd place that person on above me on this pedestal, and hence this is why I became heartbroken, because I placed myself less than this person. Thank you. And so if you can use as an analogy of that, or a scale of that, I'd place him up there, and because I was heartbroken and I wanted to love that person, and I wanted that person to see me, but I was trying, it was like I was coming from an energy of trying to prove to that person, love's lovely, I'm using that word again, love's amazing, like, don't you see me, don't you want this love like me? And it was like a proving scenario, because I'd place him up there. And so the process of healing was to realise that I needed to place myself higher on this pedestal, and it highlighted to me how I'd never really placed myself on a pedestal. I'd always put other people above myself, energetically, you know, and this is all part of why I've gone through these emotional issues. And so this is what self-concept is, and I'm not going to it's not about self-concept today. Well, it is, because it's all part of it, but it's I don't want to, because I could go off on a tangent when it comes to self-concept, because it's a big thing all on its own. But just to highlight to you, working with your self-concept, you naturally start to put yourself on a pedestal. And again, I always have to highlight to you, because I want you to understand, for me, I mean, listen, you're the god and goddess of your reality, so you have to work with what you want. But for me, I'm not going for being above people, egotistically looking at myself as perfect, looking at myself as, you know, I'm this, I've got this, the ego, that's not where I'm coming from. And we misconstrue that a lot, which obviously I've touched on. But from a genuine, authentic place of Jen, I want to come from an unconditional loving place. But again, it's all part of it with how you need to view yourself. You need to see yourself with this beautiful love. Because if I'm coming from an unconditional loving place, I need to give that to myself. And that's the secret. It's feeling that love for yourself like you'd feel for someone else, for your SP or any your children or whatever. So in the healing, the healing and the self-love, the journey of realising my own worth and value, I've naturally raised my vibration of where I am on this pedestal. And so now, because I'm single, obviously I have to then realise where I want to place that special person, that SP, in my life, right? And now I understand the secret is to not put anyone above me. You know, no one is above me, and my person, I need to place them on an even keel with me to really bring in that person that I desire. So, you know, I have to look at myself again. Please don't harbour on with the words, don't grasp onto these words and take it as ego. I want to be someone's princess. I want to be looked at as the only girl, right? I want to be that for my SP. You know, there's no one like me. There's no one as deep as me. I am unique. You know, I am special, and I am unique just for being me, just for being the loving, caring, stupid, funny, quirky me. You know, all that I am. And so, but I also want to see that in someone else, my king, you know, my one, and I want to see their flaws too when I'm talking about this, because I didn't see that in the guy that I fell in love with. And healing meant that I had to really look at that person and see that person's flaws, like I see all the imperfections within me, and be okay with it. That is unconditional love, and this is what I'm trying to say to you. That I'm on the beach now, so I've got to take my shoes off. Here we go again, guys. But this is what I want to tell you. It's not seeing that other person as perfect, because you can't bring that person in with that false illusion, because no one's perfect. Everyone's flawed, and now I see that, and that's freeing in itself. And so when I think about SP in the future, the pedestal thing, I have to place that person next to me, you know, not above me, not below me, because if I place that person below me, they're going to present to me as immature, as you know, insecure and not grown, you know. And I've experienced this also. I'm going for a grown individual who knows themselves, knows their own flaws, makes mistakes, giggles at themselves for their own mistakes, and fully sees the beauty within me. Because, guys, if someone doesn't see the beauty within themselves, if they come from a place of insecurity, then they can't love you the way that you want to be loved. And I fully see that now. It's all about how you view yourself. And I'm placing myself on that pedestal now, and my one will be next to me, right? So that's how I look at it. And yeah, I think I'll just leave it there because I've explained my point. It's a nice video to finish with. So if you don't understand anything, then just reach out to me, ask me any questions, and yeah, I'll see you when I get home now. So have a wonderful, blessed day. I'm sending lots of loving energy your way, and remember to put yourself on that pedestal, not above people, but just to see yourself with unconditional love. And I'll see you when I get home.